Hi guys, this is Vitaly with AFT Dispatch and A2C Logistics, and in today's video I'd like to answer an often asked question: what's better, a van or a reefer when it comes to team driving? Now the answer may surprise you, but before we jump in, I'd like to ask you to please like the video, be sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a single release of our videos, where every Friday we talk about something that could benefit you in your trucking businesses, in your trucking careers, as well as cover the loads we've successfully booked for our customers, consisting of leased owner operators and carriers operating under their own MC authorities, running under our truck dispatch services. So thank you guys for the likes. Please do keep them coming, and let's jump in. What's better, a van or a reefer when it comes to team driving? Like I said, the answer may surprise you because it may seem a bit counterintuitive. Now for me personally, in a solo environment, I always prefer a reefer over a dry van, and it's for a simple reason. A reefer is pretty much the only piece of equipment that doubles down as two. When you are in a bad market and when there's not a lot of good reefer freight, you can always pick up a dry freight and get yourself out of that market. 8 out of 10 times that is a possibility, and it's very, very important for those single truck and trailer owner operators that really have to make sure to hit their gross monthly income goals and get out of there running as efficiently as possible. And obviously there are going to be some negative aspects to reefers. They are more expensive, they're heavier, there are more liability issues. You got to know what your insurance considers reefer breakdown, how they define it, how they interpret that information. And you got to put diesel in them. There's more maintenance involved. There's a whole diesel engine you got to lug around, and there are always other aspects, like sleeping next to a reefer while it's running. Some of you guys may not be used to that, and it takes a minute. So there are some negative aspects to refrigerated freight versus a dry van, but when it comes to gross monthly income, generally speaking, reefers do make more money in gross than dry vans. Now, in this crazy market that we've been in this crazy world that we're living in, lately they've been running neck and neck. Vans and reefers have been bringing in about the same amount of money, but that may change in the future. Now, when it comes to team freight, this is where it all gets obliterated. When it comes to team freight, you're always better off with a dry van. Now, you might ask why. That doesn't make any sense. Well, here's the reason why. The vast majority of freight that's out there is actually solo freight. So what happens is when you take a load in a refrigerated trailer and you bring it in as a team and it's a solo load, you're going to be delivering early. Well, it's the nature of reefer freight that it is scheduled out weeks and months in advance by shippers, receivers, there's customers, and it's a very, very strict schedule. It's very inflexible. And so what happens is you're wasting your time because they park you and you have to sit there for a day because your delivery's tomorrow. You have to burn a bunch of fuel, get frustrated, and waste your hours of service. Now with dry vans, generally speaking, it's a lot more flexible. You can get it rescheduled to an earlier delivery. And since the vast majority of teams out there are not running true team loads, they have to run solo freight. And our dispatchers work very, very hard every day in order to be able to not only get you the best freight at the best possible pricing and get you to the right market so that they can keep averaging out good average rates every week, but what they have to do is they actually have to find a broker that's going to be willing to negotiate the delivery schedule so that a team can take that load, get it in there early, get it off of their truck, and move on to their next pickup. And with reefer freight, that's pretty much next to impossible to do. So that's the reason why when it comes to team driving environments, you are much better off running a dry van than a reefer. Now, that's not to say that reefers don't make good money as teams. They just basically consist of more problems, more headaches, more mishaps on the road during the shipping cycle, and you're just better off running a dry van. So hopefully that answers your question. If you still have some questions, if there's anything that's unclear, please drop us a comment in the comment section below. We'll certainly be sure to get back to you about that. If you haven't liked the video, please hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. And as always, I'm going to switch over to camera. We're going to look over the loads we've successfully booked for our customers. So hang tight, and I'll see you in just a moment. All right, welcome back, guys. Let's take a look at some of these loads. An excellent example of a dry van team coming out of Fort Mill, South Carolina, going to Plano, Texas. This was a 9,000-pound load of parts, 1,032 miles booked at $2,000, got them $1.94. Then Mansfield, Texas, going to Delavon, Wisconsin, 40,000-pound load of auto parts, 989 miles booked at $2,000, got them $2.02 a mile. Then Clinton, Iowa, going to Richmond, Virginia. This was 13,000-pound load of FAK, 940 miles booked at $2,300, got them $2.44 $245 per mile. These guys only ran for 3 days, ended up grossing $6,300 during those 3 days. That's over 2,000 bucks a day for a team. Ran 2,961 miles at 213 per mile average. Excellent job. Then another dry van team coming out of Waconia, Minnesota, going to Fernley, Nevada. This was 1,699 miles on this team, 25,000 pound load of roofing materials. $4,700 booked at $277 per mile. Then Sparks, Nevada to Toppenish, Washington, 40,000 pound load of food, 587 miles booked at $2,800, which got him $477 per mile. Then took a load out of Yakima, Washington, going to Exeter, California. That's 42,000 pound load of packaging materials, 875 miles booked at $1,800, which got him $206 per mile. Then took a load out of Inglewood, California, going to Louisville, Kentucky, 40,000 pound load of plastic mugs, 2,100 miles booked at $5,000, got them $238 per mile. These guys did a fantastic job. Friday to Friday, grossed $14,300 for the week, ran 5,261 miles at an average of $272 per loaded mile. Absolutely beautiful week. Ended up running Midwest to the West and then back, ending up in Louisville, Kentucky, an excellent market for vans and reefers at this time. Next, we have a reefer solo driver coming out of Hazelhurst, Mississippi, going to North Little Rock, Arkansas. 40,000 pound load of fresh chicken running 26 degrees, 277 miles booked at 1,050, got him $379 a mile average. And then a load out of Fort Smith, Arkansas, going to Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin, 40,000 pound load of fresh chicken running at 28 degrees, 754 miles booked at $2,500, got him $332 per mile. Then Watertown, Wisconsin, going to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 21,000 load of food running 60 degrees on a reefer, 595 miles booked at $3,400, got him $571 per mile. These guys ran Sunday through Thursday, $6,950 in gross income at an average of $427 per loaded mile on their 1,626 miles. Top dollars per mile, excellent rate for this reefer. Very hardworking driver who definitely made some really good money during this period of time. Next, we have a vented van coming out of Glens Falls, New York, going to Jackson, Tennessee. 40,000 pound load of 26 floor loaded big paper rolls that were floor loaded. 1,129 miles booked at $2,600, got them $230 per mile. Then Blytheville, Arkansas, going to Omaha, Nebraska. This is 42,000 pound load of coils, 636 miles booked at $1,800, which got him $283 per mile. Then Jefferson, Iowa, with a one pick, two dropper to Liverpool, New York, and a second in Swanton, Vermont. This was a 44,000 pound load of dry animal food, 1,290 miles booked at $4,950, got him $384 per mile. Lots of miles, lots of dollars. Excellent job. These guys ran for 6 days of work. They ran from Tuesday to Monday, ended up grossing $9,350 gross, ran an average of $306 per loaded mile with a $291 per mile with deadhead included, which was only 225 miles for that period. Again, top average, top gross for this dry van. Keep in mind, this was just a dry van, a vented van, ran a total of 3,055 miles, $9,350 on gross, $306 a mile average. Then we have a reefer coming out of Fremont, Nebraska, going to Davenport, Iowa. This was a straight through load, 33,000 pound load of frozen beef, 331 miles booked at $2,222.50, which got them $671 per mile. Then Peru, Illinois, going to South Sioux City, Nebraska. That's 42,000 pound load of plastic on pallets. It's a dry load running in the reefer, 431 miles booked at $1,500, got on $348 per mile. Then Sioux City, Iowa, going to Bedford Park, Illinois, 40,000 pound load of pork ham at 27 degrees, 507 on the miles, $2,300 booked, got them $454 per mile. All in all, these guys only ran for 3 full days of work, ended up grossing $6,022.50, which got them $475 per loaded mile and $421 with deadhead included. The reefer was running Midwest, some very, very good money, some good dollars, and ran 1,269 miles for that period, an average of $475 per mile. Excellent job considering most of the stuff, or some of these loads were just plastic, and so the reefer stayed off. Next, we have a van coming out of Arkansas City, Kansas, going to Spokane, Washington. This was picked up on a Friday, delivered on the next Tuesday, so the driver did take his 34-hour reset on the road. 25,000 pound load of auto parts, but what's excellent is that they ran 1,662 miles and booked it at $5,600. So the extra days were certainly worth it because they ended up getting $337 per mile on lots of miles, got their 34-hour reset in and made some good money on a very light load. Next, they took a load out of Lewiston, Idaho, going to St. George, Utah. 18,000 pound load of general merchandise going to a Target delivery. 865 miles booked at $2,300, which got them $266 per mile. And then Henderson, Nevada, coming back to Utah, to West Jordan, Utah. 24,000 pound load of beverages. 426 miles booked at $1,500, got them $352 per mile. All in all, this guy ran Friday to Friday, 1 week of work, $9,400 grossed, 2,953 miles, ran at $318 per mile. This van likes to stay on the west side of the country, was certainly able to do that, made some amazing money, some great miles, very good money, and got a great average. Next, we have a dry van coming out of Payette, Idaho, going to Ontario, California. This was a 42,000 pound load of freight of all kinds, 836 miles booked at $2,000, got them $239 a mile. Then Ontario, California, going to Denver, Colorado, 15,000 pound load of appliances, 981 miles booked at $3,400, got them $347 per mile. And then out of Henderson, Colorado, took a 1-pig 3-dropper going to Clearfield, Utah, Draper, Utah, and a final in Tooele, Utah. 35,095 pounds of dry food, ended up getting 596 miles booked at $2,800, which got them $470 per mile. All in all, they ran Friday to Friday, grossed $8,200, ended up running 2,413 loaded miles. Have an average of 340 per loaded mile with only 49 miles of deadhead. This van made some really good money, got his miles, got an excellent gross, and a fantastic average of 340 per mile. Finally, we have a Reefer coming out of Reidsville, North Carolina, going to Taunton, Massachusetts. It's a frozen load of poultry, 692 miles, ran at $8.43 on the dollars, $4.10 per mile average. And the load out of Southborough, Massachusetts, going to Brainsville, Pennsylvania, a load of refrigerated food, 295 miles booked at $1,094, which got them $383 per mile average. All in all, these guys ran only for a few days, ended up grossing $3,937, got 987 miles ran with a near $4 average of $3.99 per mile. So if you're looking to make this kind of money, you certainly can. Van, reefer, flatbed, or step deck, we can work with you. If you have your own MC authority, we can certainly provide dispatch services. If you're an owner-operator, have your own equipment, would like to lease under a really strong, ethical, very transparent company, we're certainly available for you as well. So you can get more information by calling or texting us at 801-448-6363. You can also go to our website at aftdispatch.com/go. Get more information there by clicking at any of the Learn More buttons on any of our web pages, as well as going to the website just mentioned. You go to that URL, type in your information, you'll receive some information over your email. Or you can also click on any of our web pages where you'll see a small chat box. You'll see an example here in the corner of this page, of this video, and fill out that information. It takes about 10 seconds and we will get back to you. So please do so, get your information, take advantage of this hot market, and let's get you going in the right direction. Until next week, guys, stay healthy, be wealthy. Take care.